Welcome to the Finishing Touch podcast from Superfici America. I'm your host, Brett Johnson. Each episode, I sit down with experts in the automated finishing industry to talk coatings, try schedules, emerging trends, and practical tips. Whether you're an industry pro or just getting started as a new operator, this podcast has something for you. We're here to share insights, answer questions, and help you stay ahead in the world of automated finishing. Let's get into it. If you're new to the show, welcome. This is where we discuss the people, the trends, and the technology driving the automated finishing industry. Today's episode has a lot in store. We're going to talk about machine maintenance, we're going to talk about troubleshooting, and just generally taking care of this type of equipment. So today we have a special guest with us. We have our in-house customer support technician. His name is Jacob Sloop. I've hyped him up on a bunch of episodes, so I figured it's good to have him in here and talk to the man himself. So welcome, man.
About damn time. How you doing, buddy?
Doing good, man. Good to have you. Yeah, Jacob's our first line of defense. He's the first person that's going to answer the phone when you have any sort of questions or have a problem with the machinery. He's been a technician for years. He's been on the road. He's been in and out of all these machines. So he's the perfect person to talk to when you have questions or you have an issue. And it's just nice having a warm body, a live person on the other end of the phone to talk to when you really need it. So that's the gist of his job and what he does here. But it's just scratching the surface as well. So we've known each other for a long time. We're good friends.
Too long, probably.
Yeah, I was in his wedding even, so we've been buddies for a while. So he's a good guy and a good resource for people to tap into when they have questions. So welcome, man.
Well, thanks for having me.
Tell us a little bit about yourself and your background and how you got into this industry.
Let's see, I was born with a beard on my face, wrench in my hand, with the knowledge to fix almost anything. Just like everybody else, just a dude, nothing special about me. Well, started turning a wrench when I was about 10. It was fun. I like fixing things. I always took things apart, but never could put them back together. Until now. But no, it's been an exciting journey. Tinkering, obviously, with the VCR and computers as a kid, to changing cars, building cars, engines, former Navy CB, so on the heavy diesel equipment side of things, excavators, bulldozers, got out of that into smaller forestry, landscaping stuff, bobcats, then big forestry equipment. Then somebody reached out to me for CNC, and then that started the whole automation side of my experience. Started off on production side of how the doors, drawer fronts, any of that, anything that's routed or saws, edge bands, and now onto the finishing side of it. So it's been an interesting progression of being able to piece things together, ironically, from the forestry, from the time it's a tree to the time we paint it.
There you go. Yeah, now you're at the very end of the spectrum, right?
Yeah. So I literally have the wood covered, start to finish.
So what does a typical day look like for you here at Superfici?
Pretend we're doing a little flashback. I typically get in in the morning, review what I still have open in my ticket system. Typically have my cup of coffee there with me, gotta have that. And then just essentially pick up where the last day left off, whether it's continuing to help somebody on advanced troubleshooting on some anomaly, or somebody called in after I left work, reaching out to them first thing, see if I can get them up and going before they even realize it. So
there you go. What are a couple of the most common calls that you get? Are there any that stand out that are reoccurring?
Yeah, alarms. Typically when I got this emergency stop on my touchscreen. I'm like, okay, well, you gotta tell me where it's coming from. Like, in that information, when I look at it, it'll tell me if it's a control cabinet button or somebody bumped one on the machine, which happens if you're picking up and moving stuff. Completely common. Somebody may not realize it. So that's a common one.
What's an early warning sign that the machine needs to be checked out? Like, is there anything that gives it away?
My rule of thumb is if it's dirty,
okay, yeah.
That's an early warning sign, just because if it's not clean, I'm not saying spotless, like eat food off of it, but all the visible things like your side shields inside the booth, your belt's clean, your rollers are clean, your filters are clean, and you don't have particulates hanging down from inside the cabin. Because when that starts happening, it just compounds into multiple different issues. Start always clean, 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 clean.
No, that's good. It's a good place to start. So when should somebody try to handle something themselves, and when should they actually begin the process and reach out to you to fix a problem?
Well, if you have any questions, absolutely reach out to me.
Fair enough.
Some things, I can walk you through them over the phone. I can remote connect in. That way, while I'm talking to you, you can be standing at your machine, and I can talk to you, and I can click buttons and physically show you where things are, what things are supposed to do, what things are not supposed to do, if we need to change something.
Right. Well, it's good to have you. Instead of, people probably wait too long to call. They probably try to do things themselves and end up getting into a mess trying to fix things themselves. And they should just pick up the phone, call you.
And I tell them all the time, I'm like, I'm here to help. And I got some of my customers out there. Sometimes they'll just call me and see how I'm doing because I've helped answer
almost relationships. Yeah,
I've answered all the questions. I've fixed all the machines.
Well, that's good, man. All right, so people should reach out to you. They should call you, but there's also a ton of videos online, right? If they can't get a hold of you, if you're on the phone with somebody else, you can also go online and
absolutely
check out some of these
we have
tutorials.
And we're still building this database. I mean, there's just with all of our equipment that we have here. I mean, some things may overlap between it, but I mean, we're constantly building that database to have resources for everybody.
Right. Because
I'm one guy here, and oftentimes, multiple times a week, really, I'll get more calls while I'm on the phone with somebody else.
Yep. Yeah, a lot of times it's a quick fix. Somebody could go online and just watch one of these videos, 3 minutes, and figure something out. And
it's cool too because we're utilizing this, and we've been using it now, our support ticket system. It's just like any kind of help desk thing. Like that's how I keep track of which customer, which issue, what resolved their problem. And it's building this ginormous database of information. So now what we're doing is implementing AI into it. So as time goes on, I'm building knowledge articles to help troubleshoot. So that way, if say somebody emails me like, oh, I have a problem with a particular sensor, I'll use a 26SQ2, which is a paper sensor on a Mini. It's like I have an alarm on that. Like I'm working on a database step by step saying, okay, start here. Then boom, boom, boom. And if the ticket system sees that, then AI can auto-suggest based on keywords. And how awesome is that?
There's a lot of conversations you've probably had over and over that those same questions can be answered through a YouTube video or just like you said, through the knowledge articles that we have, the AI chatbot even. Sometimes people want to talk to somebody and sometimes they don't. So we're just kind of broadening that spectrum and giving people options of ways that we can solve their problems.
Yeah, I mean, we're trying to make it better by the day.
Yeah, so the service and technical support is just continuing to get better, and we'll continue to get better.
I would love it for one day if I could make that AI bot as accurate as me. Just saying.
It might be able to. So labor turnover is a huge thing in our industry, and keeping operators trained on the equipment is crucial to the life of the machine and the quality of the product coming out the end. So how do companies keep staff trained?
I've seen it from experience. A lot of time it's passed down information from the guy who was originally trained somebody else, and then that guy trained somebody else, and that guy trained somebody else.
Yeah.
But this comes in back to loop back to our videos. We have a bunch of self-help videos out there to be able to help with some of this stuff. And we also offer retraining. Like I have a upcoming job I'm going to do to go help retrain a customer and get their spraying back in order due to, ironically, one of these turnovers. Yeah,
it happens a lot. Somebody will train somebody and then they get half of what that guy learned, and then the next guy gets half of what that guy learned, and then eventually this guy has 10% of the original knowledge that the first guy had. So it's
right, and the
retraining is crucial.
Our industry, we're always evolving. Our customer base out there is always evolving. Needs for our customers are always evolving as well. I mean, we flow like water.
Yeah, baby.
Water-based paint, eco-friendly.
Nailed it.
Save the trees.
So what do you think is the biggest challenge customers face keeping their machines running efficiently?
PMs, just the daily, weekly, monthly PMs.
Yep.
Most of our systems have a built-in maintenance counter on it. So like all the easy stuff, what I like to call like level 1, operator level stuff is, simple checks, change filters. I see it a lot. People just want to run.
Yep.
And it's great. The machines are absolutely capable of it. But, just like your car, you got to change your oil every now and then.
Sometimes they ignore it. They check it and say that they did the work.
Yeah.
But they really didn't. But yeah, we do have a maintenance counter on our machine. So, after so much time, it'll prompt you to show some attention to an item that may need to be addressed. So to try to prevent issues from happening. Yeah, like it'll prompt you once every 7 days to,
What's the
check
phrase?
certain filters, to check pneumatic fittings,
Yeah, it will say like check filter state every 7 days, and then that's a pretty easy one. You take a look at it. We got our mini sitting over there. Like, yep, those are dirty. Let me change them.
Yeah, a lot of it's self-explanatory, common sense type stuff, but it's helpful to have a reminder there in case you forget, really. So
yeah, especially I know busy seasons, things get overwhelming. I get it. I need reminders. I mean, you certainly can set up your own PM schedule outside our recommended information on the machines. But there are certain limitations I would be wary of. Like, I don't want to throw a pump of grease in those linear guide bearings for the reset once a week. Highly engineered part, perfect fit, you blow the seals, the balls come out, and now you're going to scrape metal on metal, and it's going to sound horrible. So there are some things like greasing bearings is great.
Yeah, you can't overdo it.
You can in certain aspects.
I was at a customer one time, and I saw a black spot in the sealing filter. I was like, oh God, what's that? So I got up there and looked at it, and it was just grease. It was just falling off of that bearing. And I asked them, how often do you grease it? And they said, every day. I was like, no matter how much is already there, you just add to the cake icing that's on it, man. It was crazy.
At least get a rag and scoop the goop out.
Yeah, save it for later.
But yeah, like that example, that's way too much.
Yeah.
So there are some things and that's where, hey, call me, text me.
All right, so what's the most preventable failure you see repeatedly?
Probably having to deal with the paper take-up roll on paper alarms.
One specifically, or just?
Yeah, the back one, the take-up roll. I see that one probably the most out of any. Couple things, people forget to plug their air in. They let that roll get entirely too big.
Right.
And then it just becomes so heavy it can't turn.
Silly little things that people don't think of, but things like that too that we actually have videos for and an online library to help people out with.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
the simplest, silliest videos and simplest issues we've got. Are there any hero moments that you can think of where our service team helped out a customer that had a big problem?
Well, we do have a saint on our team. Everybody knows him, called St. Nicholas.
Nick Nordstrom.
He is who I call St. Nicholas, because that dude,
He's my hero.
he touches things and they just turn to gold.
Yeah, he's a man.
I try to learn as much as I can from that guy.
His beard's longer than yours too.
Well, he's also 100 years older
It's
than
grayer
I am.
though,
Yeah.
but it takes one to know one.
Imagine like Gandalf,
Yeah, it's pretty,
except a Gandalf age Aquaman. There you
yeah.
go.
It looks like he could be a biker, but doesn't ride a bike. He should.
Speak of the devil.
Customer. Is it Nick?
Oh, nope, it's a customer. Un momento. Hola, señor.
Welcome back, Cotter.
Thanks for having me back again. Sorry about the brief interruption.
All right, so that's typical. He just quit what he was doing right here to take a call and go help the customer. So what do they want?
Can't tell you. It's secret. Classified information. No, they needed help with a fairly simple problem. Sent me a video of it, so I took a look at it. Gave him a couple suggestions to try something out, and then wait to hear back and see.
Sweet. So what information do you have, or do you wish the customer had when they call you that would help make things go easier?
No, I wish I could just like Professor X it right to their head.
Well, you kind of do. You can FaceTime with them. We live in the future now, right?
All right,
you FaceTime with them. You can remote into their machine. You can run their machine without them having to do anything. But it probably helps you, right, if they've got information on the front end, like the machine's doing this, and then you ask them 6 questions. They don't have the answer to that. It helps to gather the info before they call you.
One of the biggest things that helps me to help customers is if they got somebody there who, not only knows just the mechanics of it and not just the electronics, but the controls of it and like how those two work together. That's one of the biggest issues I run into is But it's okay. I don't expect everybody to know what I know. It just helps identify things a lot faster when I have somebody who understands some of this stuff.
A good maintenance team helps a lot.
Oh, absolutely.
If you've got a group of guys that can take pride in a machine, take pride in working on a machine, and can fix small problems on their own, right, without having to fly one of our technicians out there to solve simple problems. Things are going to break, things are going to go wrong. It's the real world. So having, capable people on site is huge.
So what really helps is, to know the machine, like which one's having the issue.
Right.
A lot of times I get calls in saying, hey, I have a Superfici machine and it's not working. Well, that's a broad statement.
I have a Superfici.
We have several different types of Superficis. We have several different types of sprayers. So if you can, first things first, tell me the machine, my Superfici Compact. If you have a serial number, even better, because then I'll know exactly what range it is. And another thing, since I don't have everybody's numbers saved in my phone or the landline, it helps me to know where you're from.
Is there something that they should worry about that they don't?
Keeping it clean.
That is true.
I mean, I say it jokingly, but it's also true. I've seen very well kept machines mechanically and electronically speaking, but physical appearance, they were very, very dirty still. Still operated great, but
over time it's going
to cause a lot of issues. So I preach cleanliness. To me, I see it solves 90% of problems.
Are there any improvements that you wish to see for our customers going forward on their end?
Yeah, if you got an issue, reach out to me like that. If you question anything or if you start to question something, give me a call. I've seen it before. Customer calls in and say the machine's broke. I don't understand how the machine could get into a certain state that it's in without, human intervention. If you push the wrong button, tell me. Then I don't have to figure out how a machine got there backwards. That's fine. Right. We make mistakes.
If the operator messes it up, they can call you and get it fixed before their boss finds out.
Call me.
Yeah. Judgment-free zone. He won't laugh at you. He won't pick on you.
I'm here to literally help you. That's my job. So whatever
I bet
happened
that guy
to the
that
machine,
just called you had a dumb question, and that's why you wouldn't tell me what it was, because he had a dumb question, and you thought I would make fun of him, but you protected him.
Dude, I got to. Clients first.
Thanks for doing this, dude. It was fun. A little weird, but fun.
We'll do it again.
It's kind of like you. All right. Appreciate you, brother. All right, guys. As always, thank you for watching the Finishing Touch podcast, helping you finish better.